Good Sunday, everybody, or happy Sunday. Welcome to the Sunday Brunch Kit Builds. I'm Go VR Go Home, and it's Mother's Day, so special happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And to my mom, love you. And we're going to continue on with the group build today. I'm just going to wait for those guys to jump on. I put the link in the chat there for those who are taking part in the group build currently. If you guys do want to jump up and join, we usually start, roughly about noon, but I want to hop on today so kind of get the, get to work because got lots to do today. And I just want to quickly say hi to everybody who had nice early. M&M Rails and Dwight and Perry and Lee and Darren, Brian, and Lee number 2, and Trackside Mike, Kyle, and another. How's it going? For the last several weeks there, we've been working on the Walther's Cornerstone 2-bay brick engine shed. Now, last week I worked on the base, the part that this sits on, right? And I added the track to it. That's out at the layout. It's actually ready to be added to the layout. So I left it out there. What you guys didn't see, because I totally did not do it on camera. I put tape down on it on both sides of the rail, and I sprayed it with a clear coat, and that basically seals the lines. And then I painted yellow, and I used bright yellow. And then I let that dry. Then I took up the tape, and it left these nice caution lines. So I'm going to weather that and whatnot once it's on and installed into the actual layout itself. And and I've got lots of track for that to add that to the layout, and I can't wait to test it out as well. So we've got people joining already. Okay, so here we go. We got track. How's it going, Mike? You're muted.
How's that? Any better?
There you go. Now we can hear you. Perfect. How's it going?
Good. Get my second coffee in me today.
Oh, nice. And we also have Perry. Look at this. Look at that monstrosity.
Oh, wow. G'day.
What is that?
Holy mackerel.
Well, last week, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Last week, I promised to show you my 9-bay shop and how this is going to look when I get it done. So I just kind of set it up here and put it on a piece of foam so you can have a look at that. And so there it is.
You definitely can't for that.
Pardon me? So I'm gonna move the camera a little bit just so you get a better look at it.
Is that the same kit?
I'll put you full screen.
That's a different kit entirely. Like there's the kit we're working on right now, right?
Yeah.
Right there. Okay, so this is a different kit entirely, and there is some locomotives in there getting 92-day inspections. So.
Right.
But there's that's the way that's going to look, and then this shop will go on the end where it is right there. Then right.
Yeah.
So that's on a 2-by-4 foot section of foam.
Wow,
that's so cool. So you blocked off those back windows there?
Pardon me?
You blocked off those windows there? The side ones? Like
Yeah, because that's where the paint booth is going to go. So there's no point in having the windows there because it's just going to be there's going to be a wall there.
Yeah, it didn't matter too much, I guess. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it looks great.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's turning out not bad. So.
What's the other kit? What make
The other kit?
Yeah.
It's a Walters kit as well, but it's 3 kits put together, Mike.
Okay.
3.
It's
that's pretty
but
cool.
they like it is the one that is I'll put my camera back on there. It's the one that's expandable.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you can make that as long as you want, as long as you have the space. Everything joins like there's a little. You can see the joint is right here, right? Like it's only a 3-bay kit. There's a joint there, and there's a joint there. So
when you pick that up, is it good? Like, is it stable?
Oh yeah. Like it's not attached to the base, so like it's.
Oh.
Okay. I haven't got attached to the base yet, so that's how I do it. I just I lift it and it will be attached to the base eventually, but until I put it on the module permanently, then it's just going to stay like that. That's awesome. And the same with this one, it's not attached to the base either. So well, it is with tape on this side. So, but yeah,
it's easier to work on it and whatnot if it's not attached.
Yeah, I find anyways. I don't know.
That's so cool. So you still got work to do on this one?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna work on the back room there today. I got to put make some windows and put some windows in it, and yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I like
that. That's the plan for today.
So
I saw you were over at. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, the other shop you got there, has that got the overhead crane on it? I was going to ask you that.
Oop. Yep. Oop. My phone just kind of fell, but anyways. Hang on here. Neat. I gotta. There we go. I think that's all right. Yeah. Okay. I saw you were over at Smith Falls there, Chris.
Yeah. I took my youngest to the museum yesterday because he's never been, and we did a walk around. And the flea market was like, it wasn't great because it was mostly stuff that I'm not interested in. It wasn't any models or anything like that. It was mostly just like plates and collectibles, pins, odd pictures, but you really have to have time to go through it all, if you're looking for something specific.
But yeah, there was no model trains then. No,
there wasn't any setups. Usually, like last time I had gone to that, when I took my oldest, there was at least a couple of layouts that were set up. There was none set up.
Yeah, this time. But I think they kind of set up outside, right?
Well, there's the main station, and then there's the side where I guess they would normally do the maintenance for stuff. And they had a big, well, and I use the word big loosely. It might have been a 15 by 15 modular, and I believe it was N scale. But they still had at least something last time. But this time there was no model trains whatsoever. So a little disappointed,
really?
But as if I don't get enough of that at home, right? So
yeah, I suppose. And I don't know if everybody knows or not, but yesterday was National Train Day.
That's true.
So
it kind of works.
And today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day if there's any mothers watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
for sure. All right. Well, I just gotta go check on something I got some stuff on the stove for a minute, and then we'll get into this.
Sounds good. I'm just mixing some paint right now anyways. I'm going to start painting this whole thing. And I totally forgot. Oh, I'll use this.
What color are you going?
I'm gonna do a red brick, but I'm gonna see if I
Red
can.
brick?
Yeah, I like my red brick. I don't know why. I know it's good to change it up every once in a while, but like, I like. I don't know. I like red brick. There's no other way around it.
I'm still filing out all these windows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't painted my frames yet. I've been meaning to, but after last week and working on my ethanol, it's like that was my focus. So
Yeah, I'm back.
are you going into that? You got the 3, right? Any bigger? Or anything else?
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit there, Chris.
I don't. Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going any bigger?
Any bigger with the shops, you mean?
Yeah, because you've got the 9, and then the
Right.
shop that you're doing there is a 3. So are you going any bigger?
No,
Like, are you adding anything else?
Well, I already have the other, like, it's kind of a running repair shop too. It's on a 2-foot by 4-foot module as well. So, but it'll be in front of these, like in front of this, where the front is on these shops, will be a transfer table, and then in front of that, there will be another module, and it'll have the running repair shop, which is already built as well. Well, mostly built.
Oh, neat. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out of the way so that I have room to work here. If I can get the tape off that. And there. There we go. And I'll take this base out too. And we'll do some work on this little thingy here.
Hey, Bud. Hey,
Have you done?
And Wigway.
Hey, Brandon's here.
Hey. How's it going, Bubs? Wig-wag. And Misfit.
So we'll cut some windows. I'm going to just cut some windows out. I already did this part here. I pre-sliced this thick piece here that holds these frames in.
Yeah, I find you cut them out. It's a little bit easier. Because they're all one piece, right?
Yeah.
And then what I figured out is just kind of easily bend it. Like so.
Well, I've done that before and I broke the window, so I just kind of gently slice through it and it comes out
scoring it
eventually.
helps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
scoring it helps. It's just a pain on that skew there.
Yeah. And Wigwag's here too. Hey, Wigwag.
I think I saw Split Rock as well. Yep.
So, Brandon, are you home or are you just watching from wherever?
TV watching. It's a little bit of work, but it comes off not too bad. Like you say, you gotta be careful you don't bust the frame.
Yeah, and I took most of my support in the windows out so that they look a little bit more modern. So I got less support than what you might have, unless you
Right.
did the same thing. I don't know which.
That would be my only suggestion when they do this model again, is not put them all in one piece like that. But just gotta take your time, right?
Yeah, no rush, right?
No, I figured I'd get these painted today.
So water's down finally, and I was putting all my pumps away this morning.
Nice.
There, I ran some clean water through them, and now they're just on the back deck drying. Dry them out a
That's
little
good,
bit,
at
and then
least.
put them away for the next time.
So that should be it for the high levels of water.
I'm hoping. There is a chance it might, it's gone down quite a bit, but there is a chance it'll stay up fairly high, because they have the reservoirs up north that they hold back a whole bunch of water so that we don't get completely underwater. So they have to bring that down eventually too. So I think it's going to stay fairly high until the end of May at least.
Nice.
But they try to have it back down to normal or close to normal around May 24th weekend, but I don't know if they're going to make it this year or not.
Yeah, that's next weekend, right?
Is that next weekend?
Yeah, the long weekend's next weekend.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun. Well, I don't know if they'll do that, or maybe Memorial Day weekend there for the U.S. Memorial Day. They might have it down then.
Yeah, that's near the end of the month.
Yeah, that's, I think that's the 27th. So there's my windows. They're all, I sprayed all my windows with Tamiya smoke, 3 coats. So they're all tinted.
Oh, nice.
Stuff works not bad, but yeah, I just turned off. I was cooking some noodles for my for spaghetti. I'm making baked spaghetti later, so.
Last weekend you were cooking lasagna.
Yeah, and it was very good.
We wouldn't know. You didn't say it was that.
Yeah, we didn't get any, did we, Chris?
No, I feel kind of left out now.
Sorry.
Making us hungry 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, there you go. Now you gotta have something to eat. Like I usually cook something on Sunday, and then something like that, or shepherd's pie or something, and then I have it for the week there. When I get home at 2 or 3 in the morning, I can have something to eat then.
Yeah. Yeah, we get the Monday off too next weekend.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
We don't get long weekends or nothing. They just I'll probably be working on the Monday, but I get double time and a half. So
Right.
unless you book it
Mo train
off.
money.
What's that?
Mo train money.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Because there's a bunch of stuff coming, coming out soon.
Yeah. That never ends.
No.
So to glue my windows in, I use this stuff here. It's
Okay.
Model Master Clear Parts Cement. I think it's out of production there now, but I don't know whether it's just white glue and a little tube thingy or what it is, but probably that's what they did. But that's what some people do. They just use white glue and they glue it in that way.
Nice.
It doesn't make any kind of a film on the window.
I use Fowler's glue.
Pardon me?
That's the glue I use. Fowler's.
Oh, okay.
Works
That's
good.
for clear parts.
Yep.
Yeah, I never seen that before. I'll have to look for that.
I think they got some more in stock at OVR, but we gotta get some more plastic weld too.
Then you just use the good old clothes pins and hold them together.
Oh, Wig says it is discontinued. That glue.
It's what next week?
No, it's discontinued. That glue you used.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay.
He says, yeah, it's good stuff, but they don't make it no more.
Yeah, because it was made by testers, I think, and so they're defunct now or something. Unfortunately.
It's always a pain when you find something that works really, really well or something that you like, and then all of a sudden one day it just stops.
Do I drive slower on those days? What days? M&M rails. Oh, you mean on the long weekends? No, I don't. Because they only pay us double time and a half for 10 hours maximum. So you try to get your 10 hours in and
Get out of there.
and then go home, because after that you're just getting paid regular time, so there's no point. These windows are pretty easy to do because they got two little alignment pins. So they can just, you just plop it in there and they're right basically where they need to be.
The clear glass.
Yeah, no, the where the frames have the little pins and the glass has got a little indent. You just, I don't know if you've seen that yet or not, but
I haven't tried to test fit any of that, so not yet.
okay.
I haven't even painted my window frames yet.
What are you doing, boy?
That's what I'm doing today, is doing the windows.
Taking your time, right?
Yeah, that's it. Take my time.
Yeah.
We can say that.
Hey, yeah.
When's the
So
next
I already built some of these. They're already dry, so. What's the next kit, Mike?
Well, I was just saying, when's that one start? We got time?
June 4th. Yeah, so we've got another 2 weeks. If we
Do you want to reveal that? Do you want to reveal that yet, or you're that's still
still waiting, still working out
still
details.
Still pending?
I don't think it's pending. I think it's more along the lines of stay tuned and find out. Because I think I was going to announce it at the end of the month.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I haven't been working on this kit only on Sunday, so.
There's certain things that I do that I can do during the live, and there's certain things I can't do. Like when it comes to like spray painting things, I'm not going to do that during the live. I'll prep all that stuff so that's already.
That's pretty hard to do.
Why is it loud?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just you have to go outside or someplace other than right at maybe your desk.
Oh, you're using a shake cap.
Good day,
Well,
Anthony.
I usually I'll do it in my workshop, but it does smell pretty bad. But I only do it during the colder months because I learned the hard way. When you spray something in it, if the temperature is too cold, then it just doesn't dry correctly. So I now that it's getting nicer out, I can do all my spray painting in the garage again. So
yeah, I've painted outside, not in like -40 or anything, but when it's colder, what I do is I just go outside real quick, have I warm up the paint a little bit in some hot water, and have the thing ready and go out, bring it out with the paint and paint it, and then run back in and put it by the wood stove so it dries quick. And most of the time it works out all right, but you got to watch that. Yeah, you can't paint in the cold.
oh yeah, no, Mark, you can announce it on Thursday if you want. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Mark, live this week?
Yep. Mark is going to announce the kit build for Thursday or for next month.
Third Rail Thursday.
But I'm working Thursday.
Well, you're gonna have to check out the replay. Eh?
I guess that's what I usually do. Sometimes if I'm like I'll get the notification. Well, no, I get the notification on my phone, and sometimes I'll just watch for a couple of minutes while I'm sitting somewhere. But most of the time, when I get home, then I'll watch the replay or part of the replay, and then watch the rest after I go to the next day after I get up.
Nice.
Hopefully Mark does something funny where he talks about the entire time that he's going to announce it, and then he gets to the end of the show and then he doesn't announce it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Well, we're out of time. See ya.
That sounds like a Mark thing, right?
Yeah, it does. That sounds about his style, yeah.
Oh, geez, come back next month or I tell you next month.
See you later, Brandon. Take it easy, bud.
Mom and son, how are you?
What's that?
Oh, I got Mom and son's in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, New Haven and Scale.
Anthony and
this isn't going in right. Oh, there it is. Okay. That window wasn't seating right. There it is. It's in there now.
That's a great idea. Now you got Mark thinking. Okay.
Oh. Somebody's puppy.
wow.
Yeah, I got both dogs down here.
Oh, okay. Well, Chris probably has his kitty cat somewhere.
I left the
Yeah,
cat
she
upstairs.
was.
Yeah, I left the campground early this morning to get home for the show. Of course, I got
Well, you're up.
voluntold.
Oh yeah.
Where are you camping there, Mike?
Yeah, we have a seasonal campground at Grand Bend, up in Grand Bend.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hang out there for the summer.
Cool. That camping's got to be a big thing now, eh?
I think so. We used to travel all the time, but I think a lot of people now, like with the price of gas, they're looking for a place to just park it for the year, right?
Yeah.
It's like a cottage, I
Yeah.
guess.
And if you don't get in early, you don't get a spot.
Yeah. So I got voluntold to bring the dogs and the cat home. They're hanging out at the trailer. I said, no problem.
So how big a camper do you got?
To your trailer?
What's that?
Take your cat with you to the trailer?
Oh yeah, I don't want to leave the cat at home.
That's fun.
Yep. I was like, we gotta take the cat. Oh yeah, cat can't feed itself. You gotta take it with us. I'm like, okay.
If you left it outside, it could probably feed itself.
Yeah, it's an indoor cat. We just
Okay.
inherited it maybe about a month ago.
Oh, okay.
The daughter's cat.
'Cause
She's like,
there's a cat around here. I don't know if somebody owns it or what. It's black, and it just I don't never see a collar on it, but I don't know if it's just a stray. It just wanders around. I don't feed it, but it looks healthy, so it must be getting some food from somewhere.
Split rock. So the Leafs play Minnesota the next round. Yeah, in golf. Yeah, so the trailer's 38, but it's 33 inside living. Fifth wheel.
Okay. Yeah. Fifth wheel, yeah.
Yeah. So I've always had fifth wheels. A lot easier to tow.
Yeah, they would be.
So were you in Smith Falls long there yesterday, Chris? Or
Well, I had to drop my wife off for work in Almont, and then my son and I headed out there, and I think we got there at about 11, and then after doing a live and whatnot, I think we were there for about an hour and a half or so, and then we grabbed some McDonald's and went to the Smith Falls yard, and we caught a 12:30 Via going through.
oh, nice.
And then a couple of CP went through, and there was it was really weird at the end of, and I'm pretty sure that was during the live because I did a live, and at the end of the CP train there was a gray locomotive, and I'm pretty sure it said CN on it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
looked like the CN Central.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask you about that.
I had no idea what that was.
That's
Well,
what
it
looked
used to
I've
be.
never seen that.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, it just looked like the CN Central. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, well, those used to be a lease fleet, CITX or TI. I can't remember what it was. And then CN bought them because they were in storage down in St. Louis. And now CN owns them, a bunch of them. I don't know. I can't remember how many they bought. They bought quite a few of them. And they're running around on CN. They're just patched out with CN on them. So I was kind of surprised to see that yesterday too on your thing. But for some reason, it was a little bit blurry. So I couldn't quite make it out that clearly on the live video. So I don't know whether it was my thing or if it was the actual video.
Might have been reception. I'm not 100%. I have to watch it back and see.
Yeah, I have to watch it back again too. So, but yeah, that's what it was. It was. I don't know what it'd be doing on CP though. But
Well, I know this weekend down here, the CN main line from London to Sarnia was closed. So they were running all the CN through CPKC Windsor.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Was there a problem or something, or did something derail? Or
No, just doing maintenance work.
oh, okay.
So yesterday would have been good to hit the Denfield Bridge, but I never made it. Too busy at the trailer.
Is that where you are when you get a lot of those videos from up above?
Yeah, from up above. Yeah, that's that pedestrian bridge in Denfield Road in London. Just kind of west of London. Yeah. That's the first time I was there. It's pretty neat.
There used to be a good spot at the Chalk River sub at the dam. There used to be a road that went directly to the dam. You could kind of walk around the gate and be on the bridge, and it went right. The Chalk River sub went right underneath it. You could catch trains there, but unfortunately, the Chalk River sub is not there anymore. So I did get a couple of pictures, but when it was running, but.
Some train friend dropped this Tim Hortons cup on the tracks. Just reading Mark's chat there.
Oh yeah, I also stopped by Lark's yesterday too.
Oh, what's new?
Well, I don't know what's new because I go there like maybe once a year, if. So, I mean, I saw some neat stuff, but I just needed some rail joiners. So.
because I don't know if Jeff is there on the weekends or if it's the other Bob guy.
Yeah, it was Jeff.
Okay,
Mm,
I haven't been there in quite a while myself.
You getting the 16th off, Perry, of September?
I don't know. That's a little far out for me right now. I could probably book it off. What is that, a Monday or?
No, it's a Saturday.
Oh, okay. I'm off then.
It's a meet and greet.
I only work.
Or sorry,
I
not
only
meet
work
and
Monday to. I only work Monday to Friday. So.
Well, that's not bad then. It's the
But
pop-up event in VR.
okay, but it's at night. Like I work Monday to Friday night, so you work Friday night into Saturday morning a little bit. But
Ooh.
if you're not too late, then don't. Saturday's not a total wash.
You'll have to take the Friday off then.
Yeah. Because my dad, he lives down in just west of Fort Erie in a place called Ridgeway.
Yeah.
So he's only 2 hours from Otter Valley.
You just take 3.
Yeah, on Highway 3 there, yeah.
Yeah.
Doing windows is finicky. At least I find them anyway, so I don't know.
That and filing all the burrs off the frames.
Well, this big shop of mine, the windows on them, I painted them with the Tamiya smoke as well, but all the little crisscross things there, I don't know what you call them, panes, I guess.
Yeah.
They're all part of the window. So to do that, you have to use I used a black permanent marker, and I just did that to make the because there's no way you'd paint them. Man, that took me a long time.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, and like you got to be careful, because if you push down on the marker too much, then you're mucking up the window.
McCavill Studios, how's it going?
Okay, up we go. I just did recently the windows on my little new station that I'm building for Danforth module too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're not this type
How many
of
modules do you
plastic.
have now?
Well, the Danforth set is 4, and this locomotive set will be 4 as well. But it will be a module that will be off Danforth on a kind of an L-shaped, it'll be configuration. Eventually.
Y'all ready for the show in June?
I think so. You never really know till you get there, right? So, but like all my equipment is ready. It's just a matter of we got to load Brandon's trailer on the 27th of May at the club, because like that weekend we're setting up a regular club setup, right? So after we tear down the layout there on Sunday, that Sunday night, we will be, putting modules away for the summer and then putting modules in the trailer for the show. So it's just something that we have to organize.
So the one at the end of the one at the end of the month, this month, is that the last one for the year until after summer?
Yeah, till September. And well, then there's the AGM the weekend after the show. So that'll be, I think it's 11th or 12th. We have to take the trailer back into Ottawa and unload all the other stuff back into the storage area. So we do. The show's a lot of work, actually.
The
it's
the
not
show
a very big
in June.
Yeah, like getting everything organized and set up and in the trailer, the stuff that you need, and getting it unloaded and getting it set up, and then leveling it, and then getting it all. Like we have getting the skirting on, and because we don't usually use the skirting on a regular setup, right? It's just open modules. So like we put the skirting on the so it looks nice, and we have a sign for the club too, and that has to go, and whatever else you might need. And usually you do forget something, so there's
as
the
far
office.
as operating, do you guys still keep to the same standard like when you're at the club?
No, like we don't really operate that much, because most of the public, if they don't understand trains, they don't want to see operations or switching. They want to see the trains running around in circles and see, so that's basically what we do at that, just run the train, have a couple of trains on the track, and try to keep something running at all times, which sometimes it's easier said than done. So that's my little office thing that will go in the back of this. Just let the windows dry there.
Looks good.
I guess I could put some more track in here. I only have the one track glued in, so.
Is Mike airbrushing?
Is he?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Oh,
Got your
Is it
compressor
loud?
going in there. No. It's just funny because I
No.
can hear it. It's going.
I just gotta clean the paint off the top of these rails a bit. I was watching your video. I guess it was your live on Thursday, Chris, where you were doing the more work on your ethanol plant.
Yes. Yeah, that was Thursday.
Yeah, that was looking pretty cool.
Yeah, it's coming along pretty nice.
It's yeah. I've got it set up now up on the layout. Looks yeah, it's neat the way it all comes together, and I'm kind of building it like it's like a really big puzzle. That way it'll be easier to take apart. But yeah,
You're not supposed to. Well, I guess you got to think that way, but
on a kit.
you're not supposed to think that way. But I guess you have to think that way just in case about taking it apart, right?
Oh yeah. But also, it would make for a really good. Let's say if I took it apart and I wanted to make a mod, I could easily add it to a module.
Right.
To a little industry, if I wanted to do that, or if I could do that. It looks like beef rock. Hey, it's Rock's you there?
That's not too loud, eh?
Never heard a thing.
Okay.
No. I think he stepped away for a moment there.
No, that's all right.
No, I'm still here. Oh, split rock. What's he working on?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, just to make sure there's
There we
no
go.
feedback.
How's it going?
Going well. I like the color of your building, Chris. I like that you changed the color.
Yeah, I wanted it to be lighter. I'm not sure if this is going to be but yeah, it's going to make for another. I'll just work on it. I didn't want to leave it as the black. So what are you working on there?
alcohol of some kind.
The current keeper.
Ah,
Keep my switch engine from stuttering. Had to remove all the weight up here to fit it.
yeah, they get pretty packed under
Is
there,
it a
right?
big piece? That...
Had to figure out how to attach it now.
Oop, my phone moved.
I've done.
There, okay.
Around his modules. 2 to just let trains run, and 1 to actually do switching operation. The 2 lines act as a double track main, but the third runs on the inside of the other 2, but they all enter staging area. Neat.
Yeah, okay. Are you gluing your tracks down here?
Yeah,
Using the same glue?
Yeah.
yeah, I used the Gorilla ACC
Interest-
there. And then I'll check it with my gauge here just to make sure everything's cool. Which it is. Everybody should have one of these, an MRA gauge.
Oh, yeah.
Checking your track. There we go, another track in.
Are you installing a decoder there, Split Rock?
Current keeper.
Okay.
I got a Soundtrax, an older decoder in this one. iPhone 4 speaker. And it was kind of stuttering sometimes over all the switches. This works in the yard. So I'm adding one of their current keepers on there so it'll go over all the switches without stuttering. Not much room in these engines. So
What make is that?
Atlas RS32.
Okay.
So I had to cut off the nose weight and put the current keeper in there.
Right.
And then I chopped down the rear weight to put the speaker in. I like these 4 speakers because you can cut them off and then put in a new baffle and they still sound the same. You can fit them to size. And since it's just the yard switcher, it doesn't have to go up hills and pull in heavy things. You know, if it was on Chris's layout going up helixes, you don't want to lose the weight on your engines.
No, I run on Chris's layout there, and it's quite a pull. I've had like 3 engines on a train, and it's just creeping up there.
Anthony has a question. Why you're getting more CN traffic in New Jersey? I don't know. Steel Lincoln cars?
Just lucky.
That's better.
Steel sheets.
Yeah,
They could be coming from a Hamilton or something. I don't know. There's steel mills in Hamilton, or there was. I don't know if they're still operating in there. Are they still operating there?
Yeah, I think Lake Erie Steel and Tabasco, I think, maybe. I don't know. Lake Erie is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Either that, or they're coming across from China and coming into Vancouver and then across the country.
Could be.
Because I think China makes cheap steel.
I think they still have the steel plant in the Sioux, too, don't they?
I don't know, do they? I didn't know they even had one up there.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen now that they cooked that China guy out of here?
Good.
Are we going to have trouble getting model trains now from China?
Hopefully not.
I was just wondering if if it's going to affect Rapido or something, or if they're going to have to bring stuff into the U.S. and then bring it up through. Oops. They don't think of the repercussions. There we go.
Perry, did you ever get one of those mystery boxes from Rapido?
No, I did not. Why?
No.
What's in them?
Well,
What's in them, Chris? Or is
well,
is
it's
it a
always
mystery?
different, but I've seen like some of the stuff that, well, for the most part, but I see like a lot of guys get like the tempo book, and then bumpers, gondolas. Seen one guy get an F40.
Oh, really? Wow.
RDC.
RDC.
Yeah, a BC Rail, I think.
Bradley Ogden. Yes, it
All
is the
those are,
two-stall.
BC, I think.
It's the two-stall house. It's just I'm making it a 4-stall. I got 2 kits. Now, that's all the rail I can do today. The rails, because I gotta cut another piece for here. Gotta cut a couple of pieces for there. I'll show you this real quick. There's my station there that I'm building for Danforth. Nope, roof's
Nice.
full. Yeah.
Is that a modern
Pardon me?
station or?
Yeah, it's a more modern station. Yeah, but that's it's gonna. I'm gonna do it in a way that it's sort of like what Chris is doing it there with his ethanol plant. It's going to go on a piece of plastic, and it's going to be so that I can use kind of either station.
Yeah.
So if I want to, have a modern station, I can use that one. If I want to have a backdated station, I can use the other one, because the other one is sort of, I don't know, you know what it's the old Walter station there. It's an Amtrak station, but it sort of looks like what the Kingston station used to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, Tristan, it's a new module. Well, it's not a new module. I've been building it for a couple of years now. Working on it. How are things there, bud?
So I just found the hard way that these little vents are molded into the roof here, which is not great because it leaves a bunch of holes in the roof. But I wanted to make it as nice as possible, so I had to remove all these little vents anyways. So. I want to use the vents that came with the building instead. I don't know if it'll drastically change the look of this, but I'm going to try.
Is that an actual paint booth, Mike, or did you make that?
No, it's an actual paint booth.
Okay.
Yeah, Amazon.
Amazon? Okay, cool.
I think they. I'm trying to remember how much it was. Had it for a couple years.
Yeah. Thanks there, Bradley.
Does that vent outside or is it just internal?
Internal. Like I don't. If I'm doing crazy paints, then I'll take it outside.
Ah.
This is just kind of paint is this. It's water based that I'm using right now. But if I'm doing like acrylic or enamel, I'll take it outside.
Okay, you using just an airbrush, or are you just using a balm?
Nope, airbrush.
Okay.
Do a couple of these in and see how it turns out. So it looks like I'm planting a tree this afternoon.
You're planting a tree.
Yeah. Somebody brought a lilac tree home. I kind of
Well, that'll
toasted
be an
it.
interesting job.
Yeah. I toasted the last tree. I trimmed it too much.
There, I put a locomotive in mine so you can see what it looks like.
Nice. GT.
Yeah.
Is that Athern?
No.
New Athern one?
Yeah, that's the one that was delayed by about a year. That one wasn't too bad, other than I had to, the rear pilot, I had to take it off and move it up because it was scraping along the rails. And I got two other ones too that did the same thing. And I've heard of other people having the same problem. And there was another one, a regular, like a black and orange CN one that I had too. It was scraping along the rails. Plus, it had pieces that were broke off and stuff that wasn't in good shape. I had to do some work on it just so it looked good. I had to take the shell off. The pieces were inside the locomotive, luckily, so I had to take the shell off, get the pieces out, glue them back on the side of the locomotive, and then put it all back together again.
Was that the decks or something? Or this
No, it was the you can see on this side there's at the back on the long hood underneath the fans there's some kind of a vent thing that was broke off. So it was but it luckily, like I say, it was inside the locomotive because I talked to Athern about it and they sent me a new one, but they sent the wrong one, so it didn't really matter. But like these locomotives have a lot of miles on them because they came across the ocean from China to Athern, and then they sent them all back to China, and then they came all the way back. So like they got a lot of running under them before you even get them to your railroad.
Yeah, just the issues that they had with them, right?
I guess I don't know what the issue was on them because they released some of them and not the CN ones because they had that Vermont. I think one from Vermont. It was red. Like they released that when it was supposed to be released, and they sent these ones back. So I don't know what the issue was on them, but anyways, they're here now. Split Rock, this Bradley Ogden wants to know if your model is from Rapido.
It's Atlas.
It's Atlas. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought you said, but
Yeah, I don't have any Rapido engines yet.
What do you prefer more than the other? Or you don't have a preference?
I like my Atlas. Rapidos are really nice. They just don't make anything that fits my era. Except for like the RS11.
Yep.
And I have Atlas RS11s that I've detailed and made up for about half the price of a Rapido. I'd like to get one and try it to see. I want to get one of the new ones. I guess the first order they had kind of issues with.
I think a lot of manufacturers have issues now when they first bring something out. It seems like that, anyways. Quality control's gone downhill since, well, I don't know.
The showstopper.
I like Rapido that they really stand by their product, like they said. They knew they had to redo the RS11. And so they did. And they knew that their turbo train was not up to par. And they had readily admitted. But a lot of other people won't admit things go wrong.
Yeah, because those turbos, when they first came out, a lot of guys at the club pre-ordered them and had them, and they didn't run worth a darn.
Yeah.
There is one guy now that has he's got a CN one. He's got the full nine car CN turbo, and he's done a lot of work to it, and he's run it at the club, but it doesn't run like he still has problems with it. So.
Yeah. Well, that's like when Chris was talking about the mystery boxes. I always joke that the mystery boxes will be filled with their first run of the turbo train.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one of these,
Hey, you never know what part you're going to get inside.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there was the motors that were not good in them, and they did issue new motors, but I don't think a lot of people got them because, a lot of guys don't know how to take stuff apart and
Right.
that's a pretty intricate thing to be doing that, taking the whole thing apart and put a new motor in it.
Yeah.
Unless you have a little bit of experience, it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, it's quite an endeavor for a lot of us.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people want to buy something that's, especially Rapido, you pull it out of the box, program a number to it, and it should go.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And they hinted they might redo it,
Well, they are redoing it, yes.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
I know
Yes, yeah.
Jason loves the turbo trains.
Yeah, it's supposed to have Turbo 2.0. It should be out, I think, probably by the end of the summer or midsummer or end of the summer. Yeah, I think I may be wrong. Chris might know more about it than I do, but
I think it's this year to come out.
well, I know
It
says this year, but I don't think it's even
I wouldn't see that until maybe fall next.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because I don't think it's even hit production yet, has it?
They haven't released the E.
Odd question. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Well, here every now and again, yeah. But I think you're freezing up if I'm watching your square there. Every now and again, you stop moving and then you can't hear you.
I like to take small breaks.
Okay, that's yeah. Well, it's good to have a break every now and again. Yeah.
Yeah.
The turbo hasn't gone into production. I personally don't think it'll show fall or third quarter next year.
Okay. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm hoping next year too because I pre-ordered it.
Oh, you want one too? What ski?
Yeah. Via
The Via?
the yellow and blue scheme.
That's pretty.
Because I remember I used to live in Bowmanville. You may not know where that is, but Chris and Mike will probably know where that is.
Yeah.
And I used to live on the top floor in a penthouse apartment, and I used to see it every day when I got home from school. I used to get there home and then be able to get the binoculars out and watch it go down the tracks there when it went through.
So it ran Toronto to Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the LRCs replaced it.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of. Okay.
And then the F40s replaced the LRCs.
Yeah.
And now these new Siemens
We've
trains
had a number of different.
These new Siemens trains will be replacing the LRCs eventually. At least the cars.
Surprised they haven't. Does Via have its own route or does it go over CP?
It goes over CN, most of it. They have their own route from Brockville up to Ottawa. That's theirs. And from Ottawa to Montreal, I think is theirs. But
I'm surprised
they
they
don't
haven't
have
electrified it yet.
most of their running is over other people's railroads.
Yeah. I think it runs on CPN, CN, right?
I think so, yeah.
I wish the Canadians still ran on the CP. It was always nice to see that in Thunder Bay. Plus, it was a prettier route out west.
Yeah. Well, it used to run on CP.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
the shores of Lake Superior and all that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And Hunter Harrison showed up.
Yeah, because it used to go right through by me here, and when it was CP, and after Via took over for many years too, and then they changed it. They had the Via cutbacks. I forget when that was, but they had the Via cutbacks, and they changed it and they moved it to Toronto from Toronto out west. Then didn't go to Montreal at all.
So where's it run now? Toronto
To Vancouver.
Yeah, but
Toronto,
does it go up
Vancouver.
through Northern Ontario, or is it through?
Yeah,
Sioux?
goes up through Sioux Lookout instead of Thunder Bay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Quite a ways.
Yeah, it runs on the CN tracks, I think now, mostly.
Yeah, if it's running the Sioux Lookout, then it's north of Thunder Bay, then, right?
Yeah.
Actually works pretty good on the window frame.
The kit looks pretty good once you get all the windows in it, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the frames in. The one side.
Yeah. I see that.
Kind of just plugging away.
No,
I'm
that's
going to
all
weather the inside.
You're gonna weather it,
Yeah, I'm going to weather the inside. I'll cover up the rails.
right?
Do a cement color for the pit and stuff and make it all grungy and looky.
Yeah.
Give her that dirty look.
Right.
This is gonna go over by the turntable on the layout.
Okay.
Oh, you guys with your turntables and whatnot are making me jealous.
Well, I originally had a Y,
I want a turntable.
and then you got to get one of those R10s or whatever it is, right, for reverse.
That's what you should put up on the top of your Helix, Chris, is a big, huge roundhouse and a turntable instead of a station, and a freaking, and then move your locomotive shop up there too.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Because you could put a huge turntable up there that holds, like, 27 locomotives or something.
Well, in North Bay, they still have a turntable. It's not a big one, but I didn't have room for it. I wanted to put that in, but just don't have the space. And I'm like, this would have been perfect.
See, that's why I keep thinking if you just go through the wall, you'll be all right.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, that's your answer.
Cutting holes in the wall again.
Let's go through the wall.
Yeah, Harry, stay tuned. September, after the long weekend, I'll be putting a hole in Chris's wall.
Okay, cool.
I think if my layout goes in here, is going to put me through the wall. There's the free hole there.
There you go.
I already told the CEO I was going in putting a hole in the wall in October.
In October.
Yeah, Halloween.
Oh.
I take it that went well.
Does that mean a train's coming into my office? I'm like, well, I'm just getting prepared. She kind of give me that look, you know.
Okay.
I think I got a lot.
Yeah, getting back to the turntable, I was gonna do a Y, but just not enough space for the Y, right?
Oh, okay.
Like if you want to keep your radius around 28.
Hey, Chris, have a look at the chat.
Giant roundhouse. Yeah.
Wow. Roy likes roundhouses.
Roy, what can I say? Wow, thank you. Okay, I guess I have to put a roundhouse in now.
Yeah, roundhouse. Do the roundhouse.
Now, is that for a roundhouse, or do I have to make my house round? Oh, jeez. Yeah, that'll learn me.
That'll be your next Sunday build.
Okay, so I guess I have to take up another part of my layout.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just think it should go over top of your helix, right on the top of your helix there, instead of a station. You already have a couple of stations, don't you?
Yeah.
I have two. I have one on the bottom level and one on the middle level.
Okay. Oh, you don't need a big station, just a little one on the top.
Incorporate it as if it's like, old. Yeah. Kind of like the way Toronto was before they turned the roundhouse into a museum.
The brewery. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember going up the CN Tower and looking down on that roundhouse when they were still using it then.
Yeah.
Back
I
when.
remember a class trip in, I think it was public school. Maybe it might have been high school. And they still had all the switch yard and the roundhouse all in service.
Yeah. Well, the CN Tower was, when I went up, it was, I don't know, it was fairly new then. So, like the baseball stadium wasn't anywhere near there being built, and it was all still just all rail yard there. So,
Yeah.
What do they call that? Spadina yard or something?
Spadina.
Yeah, Spadina yard.
Spadina.
Spadina.
Spadina,
Spadina.
okay.
Wait, it's Spadina?
Yes.
I thought it was Spadina.
Spadina, yeah.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato, yeah. You gotta have the right slang on it, I guess. Oops.
I think that's a good idea, though, up on top of the hill. It's roundhouse.
Yeah, but can you see it up there?
Oh yeah, it'd be right at eye level. It'd be perfect.
Or would it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you mean a roundhouse, that's what
I
you
mean, I
want to
can't
show
see much.
off.
Well, you wouldn't be able to see it, but I would, Chris, because I'm taller than you are.
Wow.
All you
like
guys
we-
are.
What
That's
are you
why
saying?
I put in duck unders where I can fit.
Yeah. The rest of
Oh,
us
yeah,
here
Mike, too.
heads.
I think Mike is shorter than me.
I'm short, yeah. Five seven. I think the older you get, the more you shrink.
Yeah, well, your spine compresses, eh?
Yep.
You need one of those teeter hang-up things, and you invert yourself so your spine uncompresses.
I could go for one of those.
Well, there's all the frames on this side.
Wow. That's cool.
Neat.
I'm going to paint the brick, too. I'm not sure what color, if I'm going to do it in chalk, maybe.
Hey, James, how's it going? Kyle, CNCP Great Lakes, how's it going?
There, Container Man's got an idea for you, Chris. You can mount cameras up on the roundhouse so you can see it.
Put a camera on the ceiling, point it down.
Yeah, that would be neat.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Or on an angle, right?
Close
Well, a lot
enough
of
to
people
see
use
it.
a lot of people use cameras in
It's
their
like,
in their staging yards and stuff. There's James is on
from
in the
ceiling,
chat
so
too.
why not?
Yeah.
Elmar?
Chris, do you even have a staging yard, or is everything out on your layout?
Everything's out on the layout. Yeah, no real stage. Like 2 yard, I can just fill with stuff, but it's not like actual staging. It's all like one way in, one way out, kind of. And
Yeah, then you got all your staging for your shelves there too for your trains. Kind of.
yeah, kind of. I mean, it's just storage, right? But
Yeah, I know, but it looks kind of like staging.
room, you know, all these big trains keep years. I just kept all. Oh, I didn't know. So I wanted to pull everything out, and if it's something I'm not currently using, display, or it's in my case, or something I'm using, I can just swap it out and put it on the layout if need be. So I didn't like the original that I did this, so I totally redid it, and I like this new color a lot better.
Which color?
What new color?
It had too much of a mauve to it.
Mauve?
Well, I'm gonna show you because the lighting is weird in here. Yeah, it had too much of a mauve tinge. So that's the original, and I don't know if you can see that at all, but to me, this might even just be my eye color weird apparently. So that's mauve, and then I changed it more to a goose, which is a much lighter version of it comes stock on there. So
Okay.
where you're
That's
like
more of a
workaround,
beige
this is a
color.
way lighter, sear, like a beige brown something.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah. First color didn't work
That's
out.
Oh, that's the nice thing about paint. You can always change it.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm putting it on here super thick, right? It just, goes right on. And
That's what I like about, to me, a spray paint. It's nice and thin. You can put, like, sometimes you have to put on 2 or 3 coats, but it's thin enough that it may look like it's on thick, but after it dries, it kind of flows out nice, and it goes into all the cracks and crevices, and it just covers real nice.
I learned a trick from you when it comes to spray painting. Actually, I've learned a couple of things from you there. But
oh yeah,
one of the things you do is that after you're done spraying, you turn the can upside down and you spray it, and it actually keeps my tips a lot cleaner for reuse.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I forget who taught me that. I've always done that for years, because like if you leave them just put the cap back on it, all the paint in the nozzle dries. So by tipping it upside down, it's just putting the propellant out and no paint out from the top of the can, right? So it just it cleans it out, and then you just. But like you can't do too much, or you'll lose all your propellant, and then you'll have paint in the can and no way of getting it out. But I guess you can open the can, but you got to be careful doing that kind of crap. Well, that's what we're all here for, to learn from each other, I guess.
True.
It's sort of like
when everyone's process.
Yeah, Well, it's another thing too. Was when you get older, you start thinking, well, I'm not married or anything, so I'm thinking, well, where's all this stuff gonna go after I'm passed on? You know, somebody's gonna get a windfall of crap. Whereas you, Chris, you got a couple of kids, so they're gonna luck out eventually someday.
Oh, one of them's already started asking me those questions, and I'm like, whoa, I'm only 40 yet, like slow your roll.
I
Well,
still got a few years left yet.
It's trying
this
to
being
collect
Mother's,
on me already.
yeah, this being Mother's Day, I lost my mother. It was around this time of year, back years ago, and at the time, I think she was 47 or 48. And I, when I lost her, I thought, oh my God, she's old. But now I've lived past what she has. I thought, well, she wasn't that old at all.
That's young.
Yeah, I
already
heard
had
it.
somebody. I'm not gonna mention their name just because I don't know if it's a personal thing or not. But somebody asked me, they said, "Well, do you want anything?" I was, to meet my unsaid job. That's what I like. I don't really care. But left not, abruptly leave. So that's how that conversation. But yeah, it's always weird to think about, like what happens
Yeah,
to all your,
yeah, that's for sure.
especially like a big collection.
Container Man says he saw a guy fill a WD-40 can with air, refill it with air one time or something. I've heard of that being done, but I never actually seen it done myself.
Really?
Yeah, I imagine you'd have to look it up on YouTube, and there might be a process for that. I don't know.
Oh, how's it going?
Split Rock, your layout's 2 levels, isn't it?
Look at those vans.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that.
Did you hear me there?
Another unit. Maybe he's at the layout, can't hear you.
Yeah. He's got her up and running.
Yeah, doesn't look to be stuttering anyways. That's cool.
I like the little strobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat.
That's always neat,
Or
yeah.
a beacon, I should say.
Beacon, rotary
the,
beacon, or whatever they
You see the beacons on the GP9s where it's like almost like underneath?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the remote control strobe things there.
Yeah.
I can't wait for those.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. That calls for some night running right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Jock from our club, Chris.
Yeah,
Or Chris,
I know, John.
Yeah, he made one of those GP9s. His, I think, was brass though, and he put all that stuff
Oh, yeah,
on his, all the strobes and stuff.
Weren't the
Like he's
slugs
good.
only done by Outland?
Yeah, because he had like a couple of slugs and a couple of GP9s on each end, and he had all those strobes and all the lights on it. It was pretty cool. Yeah. But that's what he does, that kind of thing. All the electronics. He hasn't been out to the club in quite a while though.
Yeah, that's the old beacons made by a guy named Aaron Hind. He stopped making them, but I guess Rapido sells those 4 bulb beacons too. I'm trying to get a hold of those.
Okay.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
She looks like she's running pretty good there, Thomas.
Yeah, no stuttering. and of course I did the typical shoot yourself in the foot move. I cut all that weight out of the nose, and the keep alive still wouldn't fit. So I put it right on top of the decoder on the roof, and it fits fine there. So I could have left the weight in.
Can you put the weight back in?
Yeah, well, I can put part of it. I mean, I cut it up, but I can put some
Yeah.
part. I won't need it all. Like I said, it's on flat. So
Okay.
typical model railroad.
You ever try the
hard
liquid weight?
I have some of that. I don't know where I could probably make a little styrene holder for that, but it really doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Like I said, not going up helixes and things, and I can wheel my other monsters out for my main line.
I think the strobes are just a kind of a warning thing, Bradley, because the locomotives are usually on a remote control when the strobes are on and they're moving by themselves. It's kind of like a warning to people that, nobody's actually in these.
Yeah, belt pack.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice feature. When Rapido added those on the, what is it, a B36, the Santa Fe's?
Yeah.
It was so nice. It's just a nice feature to have, especially if you do have remote control guys, the remote pack guys, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
It's the feature you didn't know you wanted or needed until you actually had it.
Yeah, that's true. Although I don't know if you remember back in 1991 when they brought out BN bought some SD60s with the 2-window cabs, and they had the Desert Storm unit there that they painted up for
Yeah.
It originally, like this, I'm talking the real one here, not. It originally had had a headlight, and then the ditch lights weren't ditch lights; they were strobes.
Oh,
And
wow.
then later on, they changed them to just regular ditch lights. But when they originally came out, they were strobes. So it was kind of neat.
Yeah, so that's one set of my road power. 2 C420s and a 425. And I've got C630s and 636s in the shops. And I've got C424s also. I got a set of those. So the Centuries do most of the work now. My RS32s, they've been running for about 10 years. They're practically worn out like real engines. So,
Wow, you're an Elko fan, I take it.
yeah, all Elko power. You can see the C430 demonstrators in the back.
Yeah.
And I've got RS11s in the shop, RSD12s. I was going to do RSD15s, the alligators, but that was a little much. So
obviously these are all custom units, right? The custom painted and all that, right?
correct. Yes, these are all Atlas. I painted. Had somebody create the decals. I decaled them, weathered them, added the strobes, lights. Like in that RS32, the fan in the back, I can bring it up. You can actually look through. I put all etched grills in there and a see-through fan.
Nice.
They all have a home road look. They all have the same bell, the same horns, the same cab awnings. You know,
I find
when
that
you're
the
doing kind of a fantasy or Railroad of Lies, it helps to have things be the same. You know.
Yeah, well, that's part of the thing. You got to have a fleet that's sort of the same to make it look more realistic.
Yeah.
yellow is like the worst color to work with.
It is, Chris.
Is it? Do you find the same? Like, is it just me, or is it?
No, it's hard to paint.
It's the worst. It is.
But
I won't
they
even
look
tell
good
you how
though.
many coats of yellow that is. You have to apply light coats and let it dry, then come back and let it dry. Some of these are 20 coats of yellow. Like,
I believe that.
I'll airbrush it and put it away for a day, cover it up, then come back and put on another one.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
that's my
believe that.
problem. I have a one and done approach. I'll do it once and hopefully it's good. Apparently not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if you're painting yellow, you can't.
Yeah, my next load's gonna be Norfolk Southern.
Everything black.
Dip it in a can of black paint and just be done. I'm just like,
Unless you do the heritage units.
yeah, then I'm screwed. But
yeah.
But yeah, I got the big industrial numbers, and because my railroad is not even a railroad. You have to think of it that way. It's a mining company, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a railroad. It's a 4 foot, 8.5 inch wide conveyor belt.
Right.
And we don't do any freight, passenger, nothing. It's just we just haul. I call it from rock to dock. So
when I first saw you on here on that with the doing the locomotive, I thought it was one of those ones someplace out west. There's a mining company and they had some yellow locomotives, but they were all they were raised. I don't know how they did it, but because they ran over top of the rocks and stuff. I don't know if you ever seen that. They had the same numbering system on the side of the locomotive as you have there, but they had EMD, they were GP40s, I think.
Oh sure, yeah. Yeah, a lot of these mining railroads, they're built on snap track. As they dug the hole in the ground, they just kept laying snap track down to the bottom.
Yeah, that's true too. No, Mike, it's supposed to be a locomotive shop, not a car shop.
Yeah, I know.
It's cars. We got
Hey.
auto rack in there.
Yeah, I know.
Just go down
I
some
just thought I
track.
mentioned. I just thought I mentioned that.
That would make a nice car shop, though.
It would.
Oh yeah, it would actually.
I didn't even realize it was that big. Yeah. You can pull out.
You
Oh,
put
it
a whole
is?
rack. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, get a whole auto rack inside here.
Yeah.
Just re-gluing the track down.
Oh, are you? Why they
Yeah.
come up on you?
Yeah, a couple spots.
Well, okay. What are you using to glue it with?
Probably should use a heavier glue, but it's just the Faller glue.
Okay, because I use that Gorilla ACC stuff, and it seems to be good. I don't know. After you get it in there, it doesn't want to come out, which is a good thing.
I like
Is
actually
that-
using some of that plyo bond for like metal to plastic, the contact cement.
Yeah.
It's not as brittle,
Okay.
you know, and when the rail kind of expands through humidity, it really is not going to break off. I did that on my ore dock. You know, I'm trying to glue rails onto that plastic top, and I'm like, what the heck? Now, does those shops have a crane that goes over through the roof?
No, but it
No,
would be
they
needed.
No, there's no crane with this one.
And is there a pit between the tracks, or is it level?
No, there is a pit. Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, get there.
it's optional on HO scale. I don't think there was one on the N scale one because Heath was on here last week, and his base didn't look like it had a pit on it.
So will it have those like walkways to bring up to like the level of the diesel, you know,
Yeah, there's stairs on each end of the pit.
stairs on each? Okay. But is there like alongside the engine, sometimes you'll see
Oh,
walkways or something?
No, not
Oh,
on this kit.
Just stairs that go underneath, but to the side.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's the other kit there that you have to get. Has the raised track.
yeah. I think that's the other kit you got there, isn't it?
So what would they do in this shop if there's no cranes?
Well, you could probably add a crane to it.
Okay.
I don't know. Like it's based on the Milwaukee Road shop, so I don't know if it had a crane in it or not. But I imagine you could put one in, and you just have to glue the parts along the wall and put it in.
I suppose
maybe
just
nothing
keep
too
everybody dry
extensive.
when they're changing filters and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's just 2:00, and that means we went for 2 hours. That's usually what we reach this. I didn't think I could reach that. Okay. Yeah, we did the 2 hours. So we'll come back next Sunday and do some more work. I think we've got another 2 weeks left. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, because the first and the 28th. Do you
2
guys
hours
still have a lot
already, yeah.
left to do, or?
I have my roof to do, but other than that, next week is
Long
I could
weekend.
probably come the week after that is a train setup, so I won't be here for that.
Okay. Yeah, I have to get these
2
windows
hours
done. I'll
flat.
probably spray them in the next couple of days or so.
Right.
I'm gonna look for some. What do you call it, Perry? Smoke or tint?
Yeah. Why you want to tint your windows too?
Smokers.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me it makes it. It's in a little can. It's called Smoke.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look. I
A little
gotta order some stuff.
little spray bomb there. So
Nice.
You could probably
They're
blank
expensive.
out some
Well,
windows
that's
if your
good
shop's
to-
old. You could, when they broke, they just plugged them up.
yeah, or they were different colors. Like sometimes you see that they were kind of a greenish tint or a bluish tint. Some of the
Yeah.
squares.
I was just looking.
Yeah, I was
for
gonna
the,
say, is there like a colored smoke? They
Yeah,
almost look like they were made from
they
old
make.
wine bottles.
Yeah, you can buy. To me, it makes clear red, clear green, clear orange, and clear yellow,
Nice.
as well as smoke. And you can buy them in a paint with a. You can buy a paint bottle or a spray can in each one of those too as well.
Nice.
If you want like the tinted green, if you're doing dome cars or anything like that, All Clad makes a beautiful green colored transparency paint.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
That's amazing.
it's a kind of a greenish blue, right?
Right, and it's real light, so as many coats as you put on, it gets darker, but it gives that green. They made it, I think, for like cockpits on fighter jets and stuff, but it works great on dome cars. Because dome cars would just cook you if they didn't have any tinted glass.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
If you ever driven in a Corvette, you know that for a fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I have the tinted green too, because sometimes I do model helicopters, and you need the tinted green for the top windows.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Well, we'll pack it in for today. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And
Yep, for sure.
coming up tomorrow night, Mike, are we on your channel tomorrow night or?
Yeah, I believe we're on my channel tomorrow night.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. And then Thursday we're over on Mark's channel for Third Rush Day, and then we'll see everybody here next week, Sunday, next Sunday, for the continuation of the. I want to say thanks to everybody in the chat for showing up today. Split Rock, Mike, and Perry for jumping on as well and working away here. So I will.
My pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Keep it on the tracks.
Right on.